All right, family. Black Power. Black Power is the truth hour with General Sarasun Seti. Kick back, get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. I'm excited and delighted to be accepting members to not only the Sarasun Seti YouTube page, but the General Seti YouTube page, two dynamic powerhouse institutions on YouTube, giving you nothing but black power, black divinity. I want you to subscribe immediately. I want you to become a member. Link for the memberships right down in the video description is in the chat. You can just click it. You'll get a video introduction, rundown on the memberships, what they entail. You see one you like, you should most definitely join. Even if you don't, I appreciate your presence here at the Sarasun Seti General Seti YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. That's right, family. The General got a new website up on Teachable, uploading a lot of dynamic curriculums, powerhouse programs, certificate courses. First one up, 25 steps to the redemption of definitive black manhood, designed by the General, strictly for the brothers. The link is right there in the chat. You can click it, get a preview. Also included the Brotherhood of Heru Roundtable live stream where the brothers meet once a week, discussing very important, very vital, very powerful information pertinent to our growth and development. Check out the preview and become a member, become a brother today. Ring the alarm, kingseti.com, online marketplace, official General Sarasun Seti, DVD lectures, t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor, accessories for every room in the house. I got something for your family I know you're going to like and love. Get over there, check out that catalog, get a discount, shop and save, and shop. Pull the fire alarm, generalseti.com, Seti University, over 2,500 videos, 40 different subjects, all the subjects that you know and love from the General, Old Mecca, Ancient Egypt, Nubia. We got Black Babylon, from Naga to Nigga, African origins of the Hindu Kush, false teachings of the Medu Netta. We got the making of the white man, black woman is God. We got that gas, global African supremacy, too raw for YouTube, hip hop occult, black Illuminati, and so much more, much more. There's not another website nowhere on the planet that could compare, compete, become a member today. And everybody knows Seti popping on Patreon. We got that file on Patreon right now. I want you to get over there and check it out. We got Melanin, the sacred core of vampires, immortality. This is a powerful, powerful breakdown that you will not see nowhere else. Nowhere else. I want you to get over there and we're going to look and we're going to go off into this esoterical understanding of what Anne Rice was trying to say, because she been dibbling and dabbling into our culture and stole a lot of things, but she's given up some truth. And I want you to get in there and get it with me. To all the family out there, donate to the General. I thank you. I appreciate you. Those would like to donate, the link is right in the chat. And make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, King Seti, General Seti, Sarasun Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends. And comment. Just don't say nothing stupid, because I will ban your ass. Here we go, family. A lot of peoples is up in arms about this Essen festival. I don't keep up with Essen at all. That for me, that was something for the sisters, your granny, your mama, somebody like that. So, I didn't keep up. I know that the Essen Festival was one of the largest black festivals in the country. I know about the festival and things of that nature, but I didn't know that it had been bought out, by some African CEO or whatever. And so a lot of peoples is up in arms because they saying that the Africans then took over the festival and they didn't change the whole platform from an African American platform, Black American platform, to an African platform. And so, which, gonna cause people to be up in fucking arms about that. Because a lot of people, I know, I'm not no goddamn fool. I know they're not gonna let no Black American come over there and take none of their festivals and do nothing with it. Okay? That's just the facts. You're not going over there doing nothing. They're not gonna put you in charge of it. You ain't gonna change the direction of it. You ain't gonna do none of that. You feel what I'm saying? So so for them to have access, but that also speaks to our people, to own these gems, legacies of our culture, you know, to allow these Caucasians, to allow these Neanderthals to have ownership, BETs, Essence, Ebony, or whatever. I don't know if we still own Ebony. I thought the same people. Well, I know whoever, Jet and Ebony was owned by the same, I thought they was owned by, I believe, what was his name? Johnson. You understand what I'm saying? Whatever his name was, Johnson. I know he owned Ebony, he owned Jet, all of that just then disappeared. I don't know if Ebony is still out there. Obviously Essence is still out there. They still got the festival going on. And so, but Peoples is up in arms because the CEO of Essence is now an African. And I see this, this other woman, she's supposed, I don't know what her title is, community, manager or some community ventures or whatever. She's the manager of that, particular department in Essence. And so, this is supposed to be a Black American festival, and it should not change from that platform. You feel what I'm saying? It should not change from that platform. I used to be up in arms because in Detroit, we had the African World Fest and shit. And, early on when this festival was jumping off early in the 80s and 90s, and the culture was thick, all you hear is drumming. You had the different dance troops and drum troops come out. But then it started to slowly, where the gospel would take over. And we like, what the fuck? Don't nobody want to hear? We want to hear the drums. We want to see the family come out and do the African dance. And then, you know what I'm saying? We want to hear African, the African instruments. You know what I'm saying? Now, in that essence, that's what it was about. That's what it was about. So, and we still got to, the majority of, and they made sure that the home team was represented. That's a fact. They didn't just let them come over, and we did have, other, we had like Motown artists. They would have other, they would have the African in there too, but they would have, the home team, different singers and groups, they could be R&B and things of that nature. They would have that in there. But then, slowly they would turn the shit into gospel. And I'll say, man, don't nobody, we want to hear some drums and shit. We don't want to hear this shit. You know what I'm saying? So they, they took it over and shit. And when you see, this is the thing about culture. Your culture is your foundation. You see, when it's dear to you, you don't let they thinking this shit commercial. They don't think that, we love our culture like, they don't think we got no culture. Really, that's how they think. We ain't got no culture. So they think that, everything in America is for, is a price on it. You feel me? It's a price on the fucking culture. And so, so they can come in and buy it and shit, and so it should have been all these niggas out here. That's why I tell you, these niggas ain't shit. When it come to this money and shit, it don't mean a motherfucking thing. The quality gems that we got in this goddamn United States, these motherfuckers don't respect it. Somebody should have bought that. You know what I'm saying? It's going to pay for itself. You know what I'm saying? It's going to pay for itself. Somebody should have bought that and made sure it stayed, for our people right over here. So they figuring, well, fuck it. You let the white man buy it, and but but this is what I'm talking about. Where's the responsible motherfuckers with the money? You feel me? They always want to blame the niggas that ain't got no. Well, look what they doing. What the fuck is y'all doing? Y'all got the paper. Why didn't nobody buy Essence? Why didn't nobody buy Ebony? Why didn't nobody buy that? These motherfuckers got billions of dollars. It ain't nothing. You got all these, you got a new generation that can breathe life into it. You're going to have to add some new, the new things that the new generations is, doing today. Add that on top of that, change it up, make it, clean it up and give it a new, fresh identity with the new generations that's out here, and keep it for the people. Keep it for the goddamn people. But these niggas want to get liquor and shit like that. What all the and its essence is about the black woman. Why didn't they, you got the the Beyoncés and all of them. I mean, why y'all didn't get that? That's something you could put in your motherfucking, on your resume. You feel me? There's nothing to get it. I mean, I'm quite sure there's nothing to get it. Get some vibrant managers and shit from the home team to make sure is run efficiently and effectively. We could do that, but nobody thought to do that. Motherfuckers want to get liquors and all that dumb shit, and so that would have been powerful. And so, it's got to be a push, man. And if shit is, we got to get a business venture of these niggas out here. Y'all want to act like y'all pimps and goddamn y'all got millions of dollars and y'all still out here pimping and hoeing. I'm just going to be 1,000. Straight up, let me come 1,000 with y'all. You feel me? You motherfuckers is millionaires and they still out here pimping and hoeing. Straight up. With millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars. Niggas can't even get their mind out the streets. With millions of dollars. Period. They don't think about shit. Instead of, getting something like that and putting it on their resume, they rather fucking buy and get dumb shit. Cars and liquor and shit, and get them a new liquor and do all the immoral shit that they do. They're not thinking about culture. They ain't got no culture, they goddamn self. But it's a play on us because people thinking that they can step on us. That's really what it is. And so motherfuckers gonna have to wake up. It's and people saying, well, we shouldn't, I hear motherfuckers out there. You cannot go to Africa and take over no festivals. Period. Because most of their festivals is intertwined with their spirituality. They not gonna let you come over there and take over nothing. Period. At all. They won't even goddamn. We look up here and they want to charge you damn near $200 for a goddamn coconut. Fucking, you know what I'm saying? And that might not be but the fact that we have to even talk about it at all, let you know. You feel me? You ain't gonna go over there and get motherfucker gonna charge you $500 for a goddamn coconut. And here it is. They can come over here, get essence and shit and do this type of thing. And like I say, I'm not anti about my people, but I am anti the fuckery. It's a lot of fuckery going on. You see what I'm saying? We're going to speak on it too. You know what I'm saying? And just because you black don't mean a motherfucking thing. You know what I'm saying? That's fuckery. That what y'all, and they want to be in a predicament where they can, a position where, they can look down on us and shit and this, that, and think that they got one over on us. You see what I'm saying? So this is not a black thing, a African thing per se, and we are African people. You understand what I'm saying? We are a particular branch of African people that are unique. Some people want to identify Black American. That's cool. I'm all right with that. Some want to say indigenous. I'm all right with that. You understand what I'm saying? People want to say foundational Black. I'm all right with that one too. You feel me? I understand what it means. That this is us. We got branches of this black race all over the planet. You see, this is us over here. And there's already some energy moving amongst us that y'all don't want to respect us. Y'all got a little shit to say. And so, I wouldn't, listen to me when I tell you this. If at least, because we always make a way for Africa. Now, I don't say take Africa out of it, because we are, even at the African World Fest in Detroit, you see what I'm saying? We had the African dance, but then you're going to have some rap go up there. You're going to have some R&B. We're going to rock the house. we're gonna be the main, the main entertainers up there now. You see what I'm saying? We're gonna be the main entertainers. We're gonna bring in some goddamn Isley brothers, the OJs. We're gonna bring in some name brand motherfuckers now. We ain't gonna just let. So that's gonna beat them. But you still have your African and this, that, and the third. So that stage, it got to be primarily you got the Black American entertainers up there. And yeah, you make a way for other parts of the African world to come in. But this is, what I'm saying, at least, at least 85%, 85% of what's going up there reflecting us. You know what I'm saying? And then we got a 20% where we let the other family come up here because we not changing. They got, Reggae Fest. They got Reggae Fest down there in Jamaica. They got Reggae Fest wherever the Jamaicans and wherever the island people, they not about to let you come in there and change that. They not about to let you come in there and change Reggae Fest to hip hop or not. They might have a place for a nigga to do a rap song here and they ready to hear the reggae shit. I know how it go. When they go to Reggae Fest, they don't want to hear nothing but the reggae artists. That's just all it is to it. And it should be the same way for Essence, but to see these niggas is con artists. If you got $1, these niggas they'll blow in the wind. They'll blow in the wind. That's just all it is to it. And so we have to make our culture sacred. It's not just some shit that's coming out your mouth. You know what I'm saying? It's sacred, and this is sacred ground, and we not letting motherfuckers step on it, and unless they is highly respectful to who we are. And it should not succeed. And if Essence want to be hard-headed and they don't get that initial understanding, and if niggas will go out there and still continue to support it as our presence diminish more and more, you full of fuckery yourself. You full of fuckery yourself. You a wishy-washy nigga. You know what I'm saying? You a wishy-washy nigga. So, it should, until they respect us, it should fail. That's the way I feel. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to get success and then you talking crazy about us at the same time. And you on sacred lands and shit. They not going to let you go over there. We see the video. You're not going nowhere. You're not going to Jamaica and do them like that. They're not going to let you usurp their shit down there. You're not going to Haiti and usurp their shit over there. You're not going to nowhere in Africa where you can usurp none of their festivals, none of that, because it's intertwined with their culture, with their spirituality, with their ancestors. They not letting you do it. So why should they be able to come over here and do it to us? Period. So I personally, I hope they get their shit in order. And it should be at least 80% Black American culture, because that's what it was built on. You understand? I remember back in the day, we used to have the Ebonies and the Jets. That shit go back to, when the shit was black and white, and that shit was Jets and shit. You know what I'm saying? My grandmother and grandfather, goddamn, way back. You talking about into the 70s and shit. You know what I'm saying? Jet and Ebony and Essence and shit. I remember seeing that when I was young. That's us. That ain't got nothing to do but with Black America. Period. Fucking period, man. So y'all, you know what? It should be, it should be some Black peoples out there that's willing to step up and buy that out. You know what I'm saying? If they buy it out, you understand? And if they don't buy it, make it fail. Period. That's all it is to it. Fail, make that motherfucker fail with Black people saying, fuck it. Don't go down there. And if they want to be hard-headed and they don't understand, they understand where we coming from. But a lot of people want to punish Black America today because we ain't riding with a lot of the shit that they want us to ride with. So they want to think that they can, come in the back door and you got the Cro-Magnon Neanderthal, but niggas should have bought it. You know what I'm saying? That's just like BET. Let a white man buy it. Now they got goddamn all type of wicked ass advertisement on it. I stopped looking at it. When they started putting bullshit, I say, what the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? When I was coming up, BET was the shit. You know, they had some, they had some interviewers and shit. They had all type of, they was hitting, they was talking, they was talking some innovative shit for black people on BET when it first came on. The hip hop shit, they had a lot of news reporters on there that was asking hard questions and shit, and they was having, what I'm saying, real revolutionary type, shows on BET, and now I ain't watched BET in so fucking long. It's pathetic. I'm just gonna be real. I ain't watched. Listen, it's been probably over fucking. Listen, and I'm being serious. It's probably been over 10, 15 years since I watched BET. When they sold it is when I stopped. Whenever date that they stopped, when they sold it is when I stopped watching it. And I ain't watched it since, period. Because I seen there, I say, once I realized that it was no longer owned by black people, I just stopped watching that shit. You know what I'm saying? They ain't playing it. No, fuck that. That shit don't make no sense. And so, it should fail. Oh yeah, Donnie Simpson. That's right, Donnie Simpson, and that other brother who was they had a couple of motherfucking news shows and shit, man. It was that other brother, man, who used to he used to be political on there. It was two cats. I'm gonna get their names, man. They was hard hitting. They was asking some questions, and they was on our side too. They wasn't asking. They was on our side. You feel what I'm saying? And they was, they was about getting some answers to some shit that was going on in our community. They was always bringing, the right people on the show that could speak up for us, man. They was doing some shit. Now it's just garbage. You know what I'm saying? Just garbage. And so they done did Ebony is gone. Jet, them is gems. You know what I'm saying? Look, the little Jet, man. Goddamn, you could get the Jet, man, and damn little pamphlet, man. You get a whole lot of little information, and that motherfucker was the shit. The Jet was the shit. You feel what I'm saying? You get all your little information in there. You know what I'm saying? And shit, man, that was crazy. Yeah. Travis Smiley. I put some work in with Travis 1 year. I put some work in with his ass. Yeah, I worked with Travis 1 year. 106 and Park killed it all. He said 106 killed it all. Yeah, that's when they that's when they start going to, but even then it was still better than what the fuck they got on it today. You see what I'm saying? At least they was getting some black artists on that shit. Yeah. At least they was putting some artists on that shit. But anyway, family, I didn't even get the CEOs. I don't even care. You know what I'm saying? It's time for y'all to check in. You feel me? And black people got to make it. You know what I'm saying? You got to get up in arms. You got to let them know that next year, 2026, it's going to fail. We ain't coming to the motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? If that shit ain't talking about black America, it's about celebrating black American culture. You see what I'm saying? It's about celebrating black American culture. That's what it's about. Nothing else. Nothing else. You feel me? And if they ain't about that, it should fail. I'll see y'all in a minute. We got one more for the night, family. Again, get over there to Patreon. Hit up some of them links in the chat for the general. Make sure you subscribe, and Black Power, family. Arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African edge. They didn't even honor Frankie Beverly. Shame on them. They didn't even honor, shame on their ass. Shame on them, man. Throw that shit away. Fuck them, but ban their ass. Get them up out of here. Black Power.